Happy Wednesday, top of the morning. Sharing from a remote location here. I brought my family down with a friend down here visiting in Costa Rica. And I've had a lot of our agents on vacation this last week, spring break. So everybody's, going somewhere, taking kids or just getting out of town. And had a conversation yesterday dealing with a transaction issue with somebody on our team. And he said, man, we're at this resort and we're having a great time. I've gotten so busy that I keep having to pull away and really figure out how to make sure business on the ground isn't getting disrupted. And I said, small mindset shift. What a blessing that you can work while you're vacationing with your family remotely. You can work. You could theoretically get paid while you're at the beach. You could theoretically get paid while you're in Costa Rica. Now, we don't want to be those type of people that are so disconnected from the family trip, right? That's not what I'm proposing. But when we view it as a burden, man, how do I keep having to get pulled away. I keep having this going on. What a blessing. One, that you're busy. Two, that you get to do it while you're actually seeing the fruits of your labor, right? While you're actually out spending time with your family. We just want to have better stopgaps. And so I want to talk about one, making sure we're understanding that mindset shift, that we do have a freedom if we have proper processes. We do have freedom if we are very intentional with how we build our business so that we can escape at times. And so one of the things we want to make sure we're doing is, what kind of business is it you want to build? Do you want to be able to build a business that allows you to go? Do you want to build a business that allows you to disconnect completely? Like, do you need people in place to allow you to disconnect, who are going to keep the wheels of your business fully moving forward, even in your absence? Do you need to be somebody who's fully involved, right? I know a lot of us, there are people that are extremely involved. No one can do it the same way I do. And they run great businesses for them. That's not a business I want to run, because if it's all hinging on me being there, being present, being available, being, then I'm at risk for fall through. I'm at risk for what happens if I get sick, if there's a death and I need to leave town quickly. If it can't be fully, we can't do this thing completely alone. So for many of you, it could be something as simple as saying, I need to make sure I've got a transaction coordinator in place so that I can separate myself. And we talked about in our last podcast, being able to separate ourselves from being able to eliminate things, automate things, and delegate things. This is one in the real estate business that you can do immediately, is delegate away the transaction coordination, making sure your files are buttoned up properly, making sure your documents and your compliance team is all in place, and handling that piece of the business without you having to sit there concerned that you've missed something. Now, we still need to oversee. We need to double check. We need to do proper check-ins, and that's a skill that you're going to build. But what most people do is they view that as a cost, not the benefit, right? They say, this is a $300 service. Do I really need to do the $300 service? That should not be your question. Your question should be, what does that $300 expense allow me to do? What freedoms does it give me? And how can I build a bigger, better business by getting away from that piece? How can I enjoy the fruits of the business better by getting away from that piece? And where do I go from there? Number two, the next obvious ad. You put transaction coordination in place. It's running and operational. You need to find someone who you can rely on for showings. Like, if we really look at the things that we could delegate, that we can get out of the way from, that take the most time, the most effort, that's one of them. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest ones, because if it's incumbent on me to be in Orlando today to show a house, this is going to be a bad business this week, right? So if there's a team member that I can rely on for that, and maybe for you, it's just starting it and planning it better while you're away. If you're leaving town, having someone who you know is boots on the ground, who's going to be more available for you this week. Maybe you even give them a little bonus just for being able to be available. I've got 5 customers that are on the look. If the right thing pops on, I don't want to miss it, right? Because when you start missing those opportunities that you've already done the groundwork for, you've already prepared them, you've already done your buyer meeting with them, they're already pre-approved, all the things are in check. And the final piece is, it's up to you to be available to get them in a house. We've got to make sure we've got an outlet for that. So don't forget these little outlets that don't necessarily require you to have a full annual salary with someone. You can do this when you know you're going to be away. You can have a couple go-to people that you trust. You've just got to make sure you're delegating properly. One of the things you're going to want to do is make sure you set proper expectations. I don't need you to be their advisor. I can do that from afar. I can jump in and pull MLS data, do a CMA, help advise you write an offer from afar. The thing I can't do is be boots on the ground. So set that up properly. Don't step in and try and be me. Step in and say, hey, I'm filling in for Justin today. I'm going to show you the house. I'm going to relay everything we see back to him. I'll ask a couple follow-up questions and kind of really gain your thoughts, feelings, but then he's going to give you a call and take it from there. Like that allows me freedom of geography so that I can continue going, being here, but yet our business is not stopping. And so think about this part of the business. What are the pieces that are holding you up? What are the pieces that are holding you back? What are the pieces that if you're really good at the front end on prospecting, that you're going to be fearful of dropping the ball on? Because where we need to be able to do is get away from them so that we can prospect more. Because I can prospect from here. I can prospect from anywhere. I've got my kids running at me as we speak. But I wanted to just drop this in because we are in spring break week. A lot of us are thinking about this. What are the things you need to have a plan for and get away from? We're going to spend some more time talking about how to delegate better, because that is a real skill that many of us just have never even gone down that path of talking about. But hope this is helpful. You are blessed, and what a blessing that we can continue our business moving forward even when we're away.